So have you ever wondered how to create those really cool social media graphics or how you can create marketing graphics that will be of interest to your audience? Well, today I'm going to show you how to do that easily and inexpensively. Hi, I'm Jonathan, and today I want to show you a little bit about a tool that I use to create graphics for our marketing programs. Not only do I use this for our internal marketing programs of Valor Circle, but I even use these for client projects. So before we get started, I'm going to cover some of the normal tools that people talk about, and I'm going to end by telling you about a special tool that I use and one that I'd recommend you take a look at. So you may be familiar with the Adobe Creative Suite. It's a wonderful suite of products, including Photoshop and Lightroom and InDesign and Illustrator and others that you can use to create amazing graphics. It's a fantastic piece of software, a little expensive, but very well worth it if that's what you do for a living. Unfortunately, the learning curve is really high to get started. I know I've been using those applications for years, and I am by no means a pro. I'm pretty good at them, but I'm not a pro. And like I said, the learning curve is high. So, as a business owner, you may be wondering, Jonathan, that's great, but I don't really want to go out and spend $600 to $700 a year for that software. Nor do I want to take the time to learn. I just want to be able to figure out how can I create some great marketing graphics. Well, today I'm going to show you a tool that I recommend to do that. That tool is an online tool called Canva. So let me share my screen today, and I'm actually going to walk you through creating a quote that we're going to post as a social media graphic on my Facebook group. So let's go ahead and share my screen, and we'll find the right window here. There we go. So the tool I recommend is canva.com. This is an online tool that's easy to use, and I'm showing you here my desktop. I've already logged in. I'll leave a link in the URL that you can go to access Canva, and I'd appreciate it if you use it. Full disclosure, I'll make a few pennies if you sign up. Nothing if you don't, Canva is a free tool to try, and they do have a paid version if that gets of interest to you. I recommend, though, that you start with the free version as you can create a lot there. So as I mentioned, today I'm going to walk you through and show you how easy it is to create a graphic. And let's start right up here at the top, different things that I want to search for. I'm going to click on social media. And when I do that, you'll notice I have a number of options that push up here. And I want to create a Facebook post. So today what we're going to do is we're going to create a quote graphic of a success quote that we can share. So notice when I do this, it brings up a pre-sized image that's already set up for Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. And I've got recently used templates over here, and then I've got a host of others, and there are probably thousands of templates available. In this case, let's say, as we did, I want to do a quote. So I'm just going to type in quotation over here in the search. If I can remember how to spell it, there we go. And let's see what it recommends. And just as soon as I do that, notice now I've got a number of different designs set up here on the left that I can use and then customize to make my own. So I'm going to keep it really simple here. I'm just going to grab the first one. Actually, I'll take that back. This is a pro graphic. I do, by disclosure, use the pro version. I think it's worthwhile for, I believe it's $12 or $13 a month to have access to that. But let's grab the first free one. So here we go. This is free, and you don't need the paid version. I'm going to just click on that, and it's going to load that template right onto my graphic. Now you can see it's already a great looking design. There's images and text, and I have lots of opportunities here. So let's go ahead, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to find one of those success quotes that I want to share. And I'm going to go to a site called brainyquote.com. This is a site that I use to grab motivational quotes. And let's just find one that we like. So I like this one from Nelson Mandela. It always seems impossible until it's done. That's great. So I'm going to copy that text. I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go ahead and paste that text directly in. You may go, Jonathan, that looks terrible. Yeah, it does, but don't worry. We're going to move some things around. Notice I can drag and drop, and if I don't like the way that worked, I can just press my Control Z and undo it. So in this case, I've got two groups of text here. Notice there's some text here in a box and some text here. They've grouped that together to make it easier to work with. In my case, that makes it harder. So I'm going to ungroup that text. That way I can take the spring and delete it, go back up to this text and paste my quote in. Now we've got a bunch of every other stuff here. So I'll get rid of the link. There we go. And there is my quote text. I want to add quotation marks around it because I think that's going to look better. And then we're going to add who it's from, Nelson Mandela. And let's make sure I spelled his name properly. There we did. Perfect. Now, I can notice down here, there's actually even a better way to do it. So as I look at that graphic, I don't need to put his name there. I can click down here and type it there as it's pre-designed. So when we're getting there, we've got a ways to go yet. And I want to personalize this by making it more related to my business. And part of what I'm going to do here is I'm going to change some colors. So I'm going to click on this green circle. Notice it shows me up here the color, and I've already saved my brand color. So I'm going to change it to my light blue. You can also click on different colors up here and pick any color you want from the window. And just like that, you'll see the circles changed. I now want to click on the photo that's in the background because I want to change that photo. So if you're on the free version, there are a number of free photos. I can click photos here on the left, and I can search for free photos. I can also upload photos that I might want to do. So let's just make it easy and let's search for some free photos here. And I'm just going to search for somebody who's smiling. So as I highlight over, it will show you both pro and free images. So notice as I'm moving my mouse here on the left, some of these say free and some say pro. You need the pro version to license the pro images, but there are also free images like this one right here. So I can drag that over, and just like that, when I drag it, it automatically fills in. Now in this case, I don't know if I like that because the lady's face is directly behind my quote. So I'm going to keep looking here for another free image. See if I can find one that maybe I like better that's off to the side a little bit. Let's see here. What can we find that's free? There's one, just a smiling face. That's pretty good. So I'll put that smiling face in the background. And I now have the opportunity to make lots of changes to that. I can change effects. That would give me a number of predefined looks that I might want to do here under photogenic, different colors, different shadings, maybe black and white. Let's go ahead and do that in a black and white. There we go. That makes it a little better. And you can see how that automatically changes that. I also can do various things, like I could do a heat wave or an amethyst. I don't like those as well. So I'm going to go back to that ink black and white because I like that. It's simple. I can also click on filter here, and I have a whole series of other filters that I can utilize in order to make that image look different. You can see I can play around with it there. Lots of different looks that are already predefined for me to utilize. Again, I'm going to go with the simple grayscale in this case, just because I want to keep it simple. I then have an adjust option, which lets me do my brightness, my contrast, my saturation. I can even make the image more blurry. Watch what happens here. Maybe I really want to blur it. I can't even tell what it is. Or I want to make it not blurry at all. In this case, I'm going to add just a little bit of blur. Not much, just a little bit. And I can even vignette, which is going to, you notice, look in the corners. You're going to notice the vignette adds darkness into the corners. I like just a little bit, so I'm going to go about halfway to 50 and put that at a 50% vignette. I can even crop my image. Notice there's the full image, and that allows me to actually drag that image within that graphic. I'm going to bring it all the way to the side. I can see the smile just a little bit better. And I can flip that image. So I have the opportunity. Notice the smile is on the right side of the screen. If I flip it, it's on the left side of the screen. And I could even, if I wanted to, turn it upside down. I'll leave it as it is, as I think that's best. And the last step, which I won't go into great detail with, but I can even animate, much like a PowerPoint, I can animate how that image will appear. We're almost done, though, with our graphics. I don't need to do much more, other than I think my text here is candidly too small. So I'm going to highlight my text and just go up here and increase my font size. See how big we can get it that still fit. I think that's going to be good. And now I just need to drag that to the center. And notice they even give you guides. So as I drag it, those purple lines pop up to let me know I've centered that text in the vertical and horizontal positions. And just like that, I've now created a wonderful little graphic that I can use. You can even go a step further if you want, and you can upload your logo. So I've already done that here. I've got my logo uploaded. Let me go find it here. I've got lots of things that I do. You can see I use this a lot. And somewhere in here will be my logo. There it is. I can just drag this logo onto the document. It's a little larger than I want, so I can now resize my logo and bring it over into the corner. And I still think that's too big, so I'm going to make it really quite small. I just want just a little bit. And notice there are guides again that pop up, so I can make sure everything's aligned how I want. I think that looks good. And so now my image is done. So I've got a couple options at this point. You can see how easy it was to create that. I can either publish this directly to Facebook, or if I want to use it on multiple social media platforms and have a bit more control, I can click the download arrow and I can download this. So I'm going to go ahead and download it. It recommends a PNG format. That is going to give me great quality. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Wait just a moment. And there we go. And I'll save it to my desktop for now. And we'll call this Nelson Mandela, so I know what that is. And I've now saved that design directly to my computer. At that point, I can continue editing. I can go back to my homepage and create another document. There are all kinds of things that you can create with Canva. If I look over here, if I go back to the home screen, you can see there's presentations and posters and logos and posts and video and flyers and infographics, invitations, all kinds of things. I won't bore you with all of them, but you can see there's a lot of choices. I often just like going right to the marketing tab and seeing what types of things it recommends for me, or social media, and grabbing one of those graphics. But there's tons and tons of options that work really, really well for you. So that is simple. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go over to my Facebook page, and I'm going to post that graphic. Most of you probably know how to do this. So if you do, you can sign off at this point. But let's just real quickly go in. I'm going to go ahead and go to my group. And in my group here, I'm simply going to click photo and video. We'll go to the desktop and grab the Nelson Mandela PNG. There we go. And I could either add the text in there, or in this case, I'm just going to post it as it is. I like it that way. And post. And there we go, just like that. Not only have I created the graphic, but I've posted it. And even with walking you through and sharing how it's done, we're not sitting in a very long video here. It's been pretty short and simple. So let's go ahead and stop our screen share and go back to the camera. And I hope you found this helpful. Again, it's a wonderful tool. If you would like to have a link to sign up, just look in the description underneath this video. I'll post that. And again, if you have any questions, please reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Have you used Canva? Do you use other tools? What do you find effective for creating the marketing graphics that you need to use? Would you like more training on Canva? I can certainly provide more training as well and show you how to do other things in it. Or we can even talk about the Adobe Creative Suite and some of the wonderful tools there if you want to dig deeper. Let me know in the comments. Email me, call me. There's multiple ways to reach out, but I look forward to hearing from you. I appreciate your time today, and please make it a great day.